So today we're going to do a review on the Twinstar 900 S series. I have the SP, which is the P is for pendant, so it actually hangs from the ceiling. Same goes for just the regular S if you have the stands or not. It doesn't matter, it's the same light, it's just whether or not it has the stands or not. But so I've had this light, this tank's been run for 4 months, coming up on 5 months now, and I've had this light long enough that I thought I can finally give a good review on it and what I actually think of it. And I know not everybody's gonna watch this whole video, so I'm just gonna straight up give you an answer now and then start explaining. And the quick answer is yes, it's an amazing light. It's worth every dime you pay for it, but there are some drawbacks, of course, to every light there is. So I'll explain some of those. But so yeah, like I said, I've had this light for maybe it's coming up on 5 months now, and I've had problems with my tank, but it wasn't because of the light. That I've had. If you guys have been watching the whole series on this tank, you can definitely watch that. Or if you're not subscribed, definitely do so. We have a whole series on tanks we do, and this is the newest one so far. So, but back to the light. So it's been running for 5 months, and it's been doing great. Been growing the plants awesome. I mean, it's probably one of the better lights I've ever used. And if I had to rank, like right now, if I had to rank the top three lights for aquarium plants right now, number one, definitely the 88 RGB, without a question. If you can afford that light, that is the absolute best light in my opinion. I think two is an O&F flat one, which is an incredible light, but again, a little more expensive if you can afford it. And then three would be the Twinstar for me. All amazing lights, but the reason I put the Twinstar at 3 is because one of the main differences between the Twinstar, which I kind of don't like, is its color. And if you can see throughout I don't know if it's gonna focus, yeah, see how there's a lot of red, and it just really, on camera it doesn't look that bad, but it gives off a lot of red, and it doesn't make your tank look red at all, but it doesn't bring out the true colors in some of your plants. Like the reds, it'll really bring out your reds real well, but your greens and your other stem plants that are super green, it just makes them look kind of yellow sometimes, and it doesn't really truly bring out that true green that they're really meant to be. And like you can see over here, I mean, obviously I just trimmed to this whole tank, but you can see just kind of how it's a little bit yellow, and that's what this Twinstar kind of does. And if you like that look, then that's totally awesome, and this light will be perfect for you, and you'll never have a problem with it. This is probably one of the brightest lights out there, besides the other two I mentioned. But it's just for that, like for somebody like me that likes to keep a variety of plants, I just don't like my greens looking like that, and that's just the only problem, which leads me to actually replacing this light. And I'll eventually, there's gonna be an ADA solar RGB on this tank eventually, and I'll get rid of this light. But that doesn't take away from this light that how great it is. It's still an amazing light. It's just the color that it gives off that I just don't like. But it's still an amazing light. I mean, there's not much I can really say besides it will grow your plants. It will grow whatever plants you want it to grow. It is capable of anything. And even if you keep it high above your tank, I mean, this puts out so much par that, I mean, this is a 90p tank, so it's about 20 inches, so it's a little deeper. But even when I had it at 12 inches, it still gave plenty of light to the bottom. So it's just a real powerful light. It's gonna grow your plants as good as you want them to. It's gonna work great for you. So if you're considering this light, definitely get it. But it's just the color that it gives off some of the plants is the only drawback that I say for me. But yeah, some of the features, obviously this light doesn't have like a controller like some of the other ones. They kind of put their money more towards the actual light than all these other fancy features like some of these other lights have, which have apps and and all that. But this just has a simple cord that runs down to the brick, and that plugs in. You can buy a dimmer for it that's separate. It's like $10, super cheap, and it just hooks up between the brick and just your regular power cord there. And then it has a little plus and minus, and you can dim it from there if you need to. But that's if you, I mean, if you have the clear stand one where it's just sitting on your tank, that dimmer might be actually needed, but except I have mine hanging, I just can adjust my light if I need to, so really the dimmer's not, unless I just want to set it in a certain spot and never touch it again, and then I just want to dim it from the dimmer, you can definitely do that too. It's just as easy for me to just move it up and down, so I just do that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this light at the current moment of the recording, this light will run you about, I think, $320, brand new, and I think it's worth every penny of that. It's a great light. Twinstar is a very reputable brand. Everybody usually knows what Twinstar is if you've been in this aquarium game for a long time. They're a known prover. They've done everything great. So at the end of the day, if you can get anything from this review, I would say if you're definitely thinking about Twinstar and if you want to know if it'll grow plants or not, it will definitely grow plants. No doubt about it. But the only complaint that anybody will ever say about it, including me, is the color that it gives off. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions on the light, definitely let me down below. Follow my Instagram at JJ Aquariums. I post daily updates. YouTube doesn't always get to see the current of this tank all the time because I only upload weekly. So if you want to definitely keep up to date, definitely follow me there. And you can ask me questions, send me messages there. I'll respond to everybody. So you can definitely follow me there. But if you have any other questions on this tank, any of the equipment, how I do things, what plants, anything, you could definitely ask me down below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.